Putting a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Sensitive/offensive content disclaimer. Please note that this podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Hey, everybody, and how are we doing this awesome Friday? All I got to tell you is an all truth. Thank God Marcy texted me because now I'm putting my second blanket together, and it was like, oh, man. So, yeah, I totally lost track of what was going on. So, hi, welcome to Becon in the Dark, where sometimes the blonde comes out through the gray and white roots. I'm Susan, and we have
Marcy.
So, yeah, I was in like total space out because I've been, like getting stuff done, getting this done, getting that done. And just to let you guys know, again, like, subscribe, and follow the R.I.F.T Nation Network because you never know what we're going to have going on over there. So, coming very soon, just fine tuning it. And I actually completed the put together of the Wix app. So the app for the R.I.F.T Nation Network, I just finished putting that together today. So we're doing some fine tuning, and I'm going to work Howie and excuse me, Howie and probably Joni, or I don't know, but I have to work Howie through the workings of it, and then you guys will be able to get a hold of us right on the app. So you should be able to watch the live shows directly from the app as well, which would be really awesome because I did link the YouTube in there as well. So it's a really cool thing. I used to have it back in the day, back before I came back. I started on the Rift, then I went out on my own for a little while, and then I came back on the Rift. When I was on my own, that's when I had that app. So, and that app was a lot of fun because there's a lot of things you can actually do with it. You can actually chat directly to a host, whether they're at their computer or home or not. So it's a really, really cool thing, and I'm excited for the release date. It's almost complete. We just have to fine tune it, and I'll do that when Howie's feeling a little better. So that's going to be soon to release, which is pretty awesome. So I'm very excited about that. Very excited. But what are we here for today? Shh. Auras. I was going to say chakras. That's why I said shh. That's not it. Auras. God, my blonde is showing today.
Oh boy.
Okay. We are here today to discuss your aura fields. Well, let's see. We'll say hello to Michelle, hello to Linda, and hello to the other people that are actually watching right now. So that's pretty awesome. I did reconnect the Kicks. So if anybody has a Kicks app, just look for the Rift Nation Network and let me know if you actually commented. So that would be pretty cool. So auras is what we're actually going to be talking about. Now, for those of you that aren't really sure what an aura is. Now, auras are like an unseen energy field outside of our body. It actually surrounds the physical body. They're affected by our mood, our emotional states, and sometimes the state of others. Okay. Someone's aura is usually a combination of colors, with one being more dominant than others. And white in your aura consists of a shift or a change. Many people have one color that consistently shows up. Now, if you have like a little black spot in your aura, that means that's what is known as like a dent or a hole, and things that you need to do to charge and cleanse it. Now, Marcy has some pictures of her auras. I don't even know what mine are. So they're around here. I don't know what they are.
Passion is crocheting. Mine, I went to school for computer graphics
Yeah.
in 1990. I love photography and I love energy and I love working with the energy. And
Yeah.
so I put this together like about 6 years ago. These are like channel drawings on different people that I've gone to, or photography. People have done my readings when I did on Telegraph Avenue in Berkeley, but you can see the different color auras through the years that I've done that. So that will give you guys a visual. And then I think I showed you guys that one with the green one. I can always bring that one down too. That's the most recent.
Yeah,
But
because
that's
I wish I could find mine, because my aura used to be a bit red. It went from red to like went into the green, and then it went into like a really bright yellows, and then some blues and purples started coming out. So it does. Your aura does.
it'll change. And when I went to the aura, when I went to get my aura done the last time,
Yeah.
they now have it where you can put it on a wrist and they have a screen. So when I was talking about my daughter, it was changing colors. I could have picked the blue one, but
Right.
I picked the green one and I picked the orange and the gold because that's what's coming out of
Right.
my energy field.
Right.
The one with the yellow one, this 22-year-old, when I was getting my aura done, was being really annoying. She had a child. I was in a good mood. She was like, I can get your aura. I can fix your aura. I've been doing auras or readings as long as she's been born. So she was really aggravating. But yellow was to do with the intellect from the unconscious to the conscious. This is the chakras in my head. And it's a whole printout that was going on. So they're all interconnected that are going on, but they do change color depending on the mood. Dark red is anger and resentment. Bright red is passion. So you got to look as dark blue is
Yeah,
acting on other people.
exactly.
It's like doing what people say. Bright blue is creativity and self expression. So it does depend on the different colors that Susan was talking about
Yeah, I've got my
with the
trusty
colors.
dusty book over here with all the colors and the goods and the bads of it. Now, for those that some of us can naturally see auras, some of us cannot. Now, I do see auras on some people, but not everybody. And it's like I'll look at somebody and all of a sudden I think I'm either relaxed or tuned in and it comes in. They say the best way to do this is to practice on yourself in a mirror, believe it or not, in
Well,
order to
that's scrying.
practice seeing auras. Okay.
Susan, that's scrying. You can scry with fire, but when like they do the crystal ball thing,
Mm.
it's actually looking out the corner of your eye as far as the mirror. You
Right.
don't look directly into the mirror.
No, in the
You look
mirror,
at the corner.
this is a different technique that was actually it was taught to me a while ago. What I'm doing is I'm not opening the mirror to another dimension. I'm actually looking at my aura field is what I'm doing, the
Right.
colors surrounding my body. So I'm not actually looking at my eyes, my body, my shape, or anything around me. What I'm trying to focus on is the colors. So the colors are what gets a little bit predominant. Now, as much as I dislike the color green, no offense, Mom, every house we've ever owned was green. So I have this thing where I don't want to be in a greenhouse, a green car. I know it was my mother's favorite color, but everything was always green. So I do have more green in my aura, like Marcy has more green. That's teaching. That's
Well,
one of the
it'll
things of
change.
teaching. It's healing. The yellow was the time that they used to call me the little bright light of sunshine, but it actually changes. So if you want to start seeing them, just make sure that you smudge your mirror first. That's very important that you smudge your mirror, take away all negative energy on the mirror first, and then look into the mirror, but relax your eyes. You're not trying to sit there and focus on, oh my God, look, there's a zit. Do you see this? No, you're not doing that. What you're doing is relaxing your eyes. And if you wear glasses, take them off. It's 10 times better. And I think that's why sometimes it was easier for me to practice because I can't see a damn thing right now. I'm a big fuzzball. So without my glasses. So it was easier for me to start focusing on those. And another way to do it is sit down on the grass, okay? Just sit anywhere. Find a live plant. Plants have auras too. And literally just stare, not directly in the middle, but look at the field around the plants. Look at the fields around the trees and animals. Those have auras too. So if you don't want to do the mirror method to see yourself, you can always do plants. I mean, I have house plants. I have my poopy puppy who gets an attitude every now and then. So we have all these things that we can actually look at because the plants, the animals, and peoples, we all peoples, we all have aura. I think I need more coffee, Marcy.
Hey, it was funny. It's like when I was first starting to do this, and my best friend at that point, Mary, she's in my book,
Yeah,
and she didn't. I give her so much love because she didn't give me judgment, but we were just normal teenagers, and then I started dabbling in all this stuff, and then I started channeling, then I started doing tarot, then my great aunt started contacting us, so we went to a psychic fair, and the proof that she saw was this guy's like, "What color is my aura?" And I said, "Green." He went and got an aura photography done, and it was green. My friend's mouth just like dropped open. She finally got to see physically the stuff that she thought I was crazy about, you know. And
yeah.
we're still friends. We reconnected. She's on my Facebook. And it's funny about her life and my life and our journeys as to, even though we haven't been around each other, how she
Yeah,
can
but you
help
always
people.
fall back into place. People do
What?
that. So and again, for those of you that can see auras, there's a way to even cleanse your own auras, because the reason Marcy started showing me the aura stuff, and I know there was another topic as far as auras I wanted to talk about, but I kind of got into building the website, finishing the blanket, and then starting my other one, and I was like, totally didn't get done what I wanted to get done. But for those of you that actually see auras, there's a way to actually cleanse it. It's extremely important that we keep our aura cleansed as well as our chakras, because as we've been talking about, the same thing. Now, someone's energy can be depleted by auras, is what's happened. Your energy field actually gets depleted. You're more susceptible to disease. It's not just your chakras that you need to balance, but it's your aura field as well. Yes, there are crystals that can do that as well. But one of the methods you can actually use to cleanse it is when you do Reiki, you keep your hands like this. But when you're cleansing your aura, you want them open. And you literally start at the bottom of your feet, the soles of your feet. You go from the soles to your knees with your palms open, over on your hips, up to your stomach, up to your chest, over to your sides, up to your throat, and then up to your third eye, and you're cleansing it and sending up all the unbalancedness to the universe. And that's another method. That's some people, if you go have a massager, or you have your chakras balanced, or you're getting a Reiki session, you'll find that there's a difference in their hand positions from this to this, and this is when they're cleansing your aura field. So it's like a wave, an emotion of the ocean, and that's a really good way to do that. My pup wouldn't stay still long enough for her. Michelle said her pup wouldn't stay still long enough for her to actually look at the aura fields. You can do it with a plant. You really can. I mean, I can pull a plant over right now. You talk. I'll be right back.
Okay. Everything has dimensions. So stones are like second dimension. Trees, it's like when you go to my YouTube, I have like I'm doing my tones and the trees are moving. You can also use sea salt as to clean the aura of it. And like Susan was talking about my hair, and I don't know if it's like the vitamins or the energy or all this death and rebirth energy that are going on. But I wash my hair with shampoo, but then I also put sea salt in it. And I think that also purifies. I'm going to start getting the bigger crystals. You can get them at a store called Winco here, but it helps. The whole crystallized sea salt purifies everything. Like you could purify your house by putting the salt in the corners, cleaning out, or I was reading, one of the things I did was baking soda, water, and sea salt, and you put that in the bathroom or anywhere else.
Okay.
I was trying to see if I could get a pattern like we were talking about before, but I couldn't get it. But it has made some type of formations. What is that?
This.
Oh, a plant.
It's a plant. Right.
It's a plant.
Right. This is called a snake plant. It's good for removing negative energy. It also literally will take negative energy and pull it into the plant, and it puts back out positive energy. Now, you can actually, if you kind of unfocus, let's do some of the tall leaves here. See how the leaves are taller. You're not looking at the leaf. You want to look at just on the outside of the leaf to see what colors you can actually see. Now let's see what colors you guys pull up. Okay, I'll focus, you guys focus, and let's see what colors we can actually pull up on this. What colors do you see? You see a pink?
Yeah, on this side.
This side? No, that side.
That side. And a little bit of purple. And the plants will talk to you.
Yeah, I'm seeing yellow up in here.
Okay.
In this area, I'm seeing yellow, and everybody, purple, Linda sees purple too. So, and everybody actually sees something different, but focusing on a plant, plants are they're living like we are. except they breathe in carbon monoxide and breathe out oxygen. It's just this one does energy as well. This is the spider plant I was telling you guys about. If I got to show you. So when you, and again, you can practice on things like that. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, now when you do things like that, it's really good. It's good to practice. But as again, Marcy is correct. They say go to the ocean to cleanse yourself in every way, because I've been feeling good since I've been swimming. Because why? I'm in salt water. What is Marcy talking about when she takes a bath? Salt water. Yes, it cleanses your aura field. It cleanses everything. It really does. A cold shower actually works too.
Well, and also when you walk into a room, pay attention to the people. Do you feel down? Do you feel up? The vampires, these energies that are going on, because it's like that energy will go off into other people. You'll walk in and you don't know why. You're feeling a certain way. Why are you
This,
laughing?
because this is a very, very large labradorite, kind of heavy. I can see like the marks on it. Okay, this is one of my personal type crystal things. Now, I told you guys I would talk to you about some of the crystals. Now, labradorite is commonly used to heal tears in your aura field, which it might be easier to get something a little smaller, but hey, to heal tears. And it actually, by preventing leakage, is what it does. It's really good to have one of these around. Now, you simply need to hold the labradorite crystal for about 20 minutes, or you can actually wear it as a bracelet, a pendant. Labradorite is an amazing thing to do. It really is. Okay, you can do that. Another one you can actually use, that one is really freaking heavy, smoky quartz. Okay, I know more, but I do the crystal thing, and then Marcy can continue. Smoky quartz can actually be used to protect you from other people's stress and negativity. That's another thing. Amber, real amber, another piece of amber right here. This is what I chopped it off of. My raw, real amber. I wear amber all the time. Now, amber also helps to strengthen your aura. And the Vikings were the ones that wear Baltic amber all the time. So I had to get a piece of Baltic amber. So that's really good. Now, kunzite is actually used to detach unpleasant thoughts. These all help with your aura field. Okay. Now, other alternatives are obsidian, selenite, and
Yeah, I was
black
going to say that. Yeah.
selenite. Selenite, keep around your house everywhere. Keep it in your work area. These are really, really good pieces to be. This one is like, this is another piece of amber here. So I kind of have them all over the desk. Those are really good. Black tourmaline. And for more powerful effect, lay down and place the crystals on your brow in between your eyebrows. Why, like when they wear circlets, a lot of times the crystal in the middle is what they need to keep them safe, or in order to protect their aura. That's why they wore the circlets, to help that out. You can also take, just taking one for instance, you can, instead of using the hand method, you can sweep part of your aura field that you think you're having an issue with, and then cleanse the crystal afterwards. That's another way you could do it. Because, and again, some you can soak, amber you can't, has to be smoked, not soaked. But that's another one. Because because I work with the energy of the crystals, it works really well. But the salt does too. I just find with me, I do better when I'm in the ocean. So I'm thinking, well, instead of table salt, maybe I should use what? Sea salt? Seeing I'm more of an ocean type person.
Well, and try to get it as most crystalline as possible. I was getting it refined, but I was reading recently the more that they were talking about, like the different healing aspects of the whole crystalline aspects of sea salt, where it's not broken down.
I was really researching Celtic sea salt. Celtic sea salt, you can get it on Amazon and sometimes at Shaw's.
Right.
That has like 11 or 12 natural minerals in there. So it's like if I put it in my water, I would be soaking in a mineral bath.
Well, there's also the pink sea salt. I don't want to knock everything down, but the oh
Oh, the Himalayan.
yeah,
I have a lamp by my bed.
I know. I'm pulling mine out so people understand.
Oh, yeah, I don't have one here.
Whoa!
Not in this room. Oops. Marcy's dropping stuff like I am today because we're playing show and tell.
We're playing Rocket to Me.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, you got some in a jar.
Huh?
I see it.
No, it's not in a jar. It's a lamp.
Oh.
And it's so funny. It's like, and I could turn it on too if you guys want to see it. I'm just trying to get it out of. I have it in a geodesic dome. Actually, I could just do it this way.
Yeah,
But
I see
that's
it.
the proof. Here, I'll plug it in so you guys can see what it looks like when it's.
Yeah, because that's the Himalayan sea salt, and that's very cleansing as well.
Right. Well, they have it where you can put it in your food. You know.
Oh, yeah.
They have all kinds of things they want you to do with a Himalayan sea salt. Hold on. Sorry
Exactly.
about all this. I feel like a live movie that's moving.
So, what are we saying? Welcome to Freaks and Creeks Paranormal. How you doing? We're talking auras. Auras are very important to keep you safe. So that's what we're actually talking
All
about
right,
today.
so this is what it looks like when it's lit up. But I try to do all the geodesic dome.
Right.
But that's what
It
looks
looks
like.
so cool at night. I love it at night, and it's very relaxing. Coarse sea salt. My favorite again is the Celtic sea salt. But yeah, coarse sea salt works good. You can just put it in your hot tub and do it that way because I've tried the regular salt. It just doesn't work right for me. And again, I don't know if it's because I grew up in the ocean and that's what I'm used to. I'm not really sure. But see, another thing you can do is sunlight. Literally, sunlight will help you.
Well, the
And
vitamin D
wind.
is supposed to clean our aura anyway, or our
Wind.
energy. And a lot of times
Yeah.
people stay inside.
If it's windy and the wind is blowing your hair this way, turn around, face the wind, and ask the wind to cleanse you. It's really that simple. So there are some really simplest type methods. Okay. So, but what happens is as we work, as we do this, or as we're doing things, and again, I feel like I'm repeating myself nonstop here. It's like a so I'm just really silly today. So what's happening is a stressful situations, living environments, kids, grandkids, worry. These things do affect not just our chakras, but they also affect our aura fields as well.
Well,
And
things
that,
attach to us.
yes,
You know, we don't know why. It's like people will send us. I mean, you can get into the Wiccan stuff where people will. I have cleared out so much spells, curses, but that's a whole nother subject on people where energy, emotions are sent to people and they don't know why they're getting certain things that are going on because everything transmutes. It's like, you know, me and my visions, I was telling Susan, I was getting, I now have Poseidon as my guide, and he's doing his triangle or his whatever thing is going on. But I also had a rainbow cobra. So I would look up that, and that's transmutation, power, balance. And the more rainbow colors we see, then, you know, it's all balance of energies that are going on.
It is. It is. Some things that you know if your aura field is off, people might ask, well, how do we know if our aura field is low? We can have sudden or increased irritability, okay? Depression, chronic fatigue, short temper, physical illnesses, drug and alcohol abuse are another reason. It's caused by a thinning aura field because your aura field should be wide, and we'll get into that in a bit, but if it thins, the more thinner it is, the more dangerous it is. Trauma can happen, and of course, accidents. I mean, just like nonstop accidents actually happening. But I did find purple or indigo and purple as far as what you're seeing. Now we're talking humanity, spirituality. That's a pale purple. A red purple would be great passion, strength, or the will and need for greater effort. A cloudy, muddy purple is imagination, overbearing, and need for sympathy. So, again, different shades of purple will explain something like that. But let me get into this real quick before I forget. Okay, so when we're talking the auras, okay, there are actually, again, 7 major chakras, but actually there's a lot more than that. I've started working with the 12 of the 13, and now we have the layers. We're going to be talking about 7 layers here. Now, the first layer is the authentic. That's the one that's close to you. It's about 1 to 5 centimeters, okay, distance from your body. Now, again, whatever aura color is predominant at the time, this color is usually red, but the other colors that you actually have, crystal and indigo color meaning, yes. So we have potential physical disease, pleasure, pain, and health. That's what this aura affects because it's closest to your body. That's why you need to heal your dents or your spaces or your holes in your aura field. The emotional is 6 to 10 centimeters. It's how an individual feels or how they perceive their feelings. Fear, anger, sorrow, dark spots are muddy, or even frozen areas show emotional blockages and disorders. The mental field is 10 to 15 centimeters away. That's thoughts, mental processing, limited beliefs, doubts, ego, and personal power. The astro, which of course is related to the heart, but the astro is 15 to 30 centimeters away. And that's where we're understanding and expressing our feelings and relationships capable for love, dreams, imagination, and fantasies. And of course, that color is green. Ah, green. So now we have the energetic template or double, and again, it's called the occupal as well. This is 30 to 60 centimeters away from our body. We have like creative energy that will eventually manifest into physical reality. Negative thoughts and our emotions, negative aspects of our personality. This is what it can affect, and that would be like a blue. Celestial or the monad, that is 80 to 90 centimeters away from the body. And that's imagination, insight, higher sensory intuition, spirituality, and visions. And that would be like an indigo color. And the kinetic or casual, sometimes called, that's 1 milliliter away from the body. And that's higher consciousness, negative beliefs. And that color is usually violet. So that gives you, again, some other ones. And again, there's more layers. Let's see, there are more layers. Let's see, like layer 8 would represent the modic body, and it's usually a gold color. Layer 9 represents the kinetic body, it's usually a silver. 10 represents the charismatic body, and it's usually like blue black. 11 represents the but oh my god, Bedonic body in silver black. Layer 12 is their Nirvanic body, and the color in that is usually white. So, and again, the layers that we are looking at and the field that they are, and when we have like an aura photography done, it's which color is more predominant at that time. Now, in your aura photographies that you have, do you have any like with little pinches on the side, little black spaces where the aura isn't covered?
Um,
Because I didn't pull up a thing of that, and I was really curious. Crystals and indigo color meaning.
if
Yep.
you look at these two, they've got like energies on the top of it
Right.
that are going on. I've got another one, but it's in a
Yeah.
book somewhere else.
See, yeah, it's like if you were looking at me and say I had this color wheel around me, and all of a sudden it's like part of it looks like there's a dent or a hole where the color is like blackish. that's a hole in the aura field, and that's what it is that we don't want. We don't want the hole. But there's tremendous amounts here. Let's see. The meaning of the aura colors is actually associated with its chakra, ruling planet, element, and the metaphysical traits. You can actually cleanse and charge aura colors by meditating with the crystal in accordance with the colors of the chakra, planet, element, and again, feng shui is also very cool. Now, the aura is actually a biofield of energy field radiating around the chakra, person, place, or thing. And again, anywhere from 3 feet to 30 feet, depending on the side, the enter, the brightness, or the intensity. Some auras actually appear on the top and others on the side, bottom, and center. Now, there are actually 25 common and uncommon colors and their meanings. Okay, and we'll get into that in a sec and see if Marcy found what she was looking for. So thank you, Renee. So, all right, so I'll start with the first color, which of course is red, while Marcy looks for what she's looking for there.
These are like my book of poems I wrote when I was like 20.
Yeah.
This is like starting on my journey. There's like automatic writings that I've done. But like there's aura pictures that I've done. I'm just trying to figure out. I think there's one.
I can't find mine. I don't know where they are. All right, so.
Oh wait, here's an interesting one. I don't know if this is a light reflection, but you see that right there, right above my head? I'm not sure if that was a reflection or a spirit or an energy that was going on.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. It is. It really is pretty cool. All right, so Marcy looks, let's get into the first one. Now, from a spiritual point of view, red actually represents the root chakra, of course. The element is earth, and the planet is Mars. Now, the root chakra actually brings courage. Now, we're talking about the colors of the aura, believe it or not, even though I'm referencing the chakras as well. Earth element based, and Mars attracts action. Okay, now red aura means passion, courage, stability, and power. Now, the red aura is usually seen around powerful, passionate, loyal, and adventurous, extravagant authorities. But a muddy red aura color is a negative aura. Now, when the red aura is actually dirty, dull, or muddy around a person, it indicates anger, fear, instability, rage, weakness, or trauma. So it really does depend on the actual shade of each particular color, if you guys can understand that. That's all right. Now let's get into orange is actually associated, of course, with the sacral chakra, the astral powers of the sun and the fire element. Now it's responsible for, okay, the sun brings vitality, and the fire element actually lights the inner fire of a person's, personal power. The meaning of an orange aura, is enthusiasm, creativity, good luck, and positivity. Now, the orange aura visible is creative, impulsive, lucky, positive, dramatic people, including artists, a lot of them. But again, here we go again. Burnt orange, okay? Not so orangey. When orange is actually a little dull or murky, it indicates pain, shame, guilt, abuse, assault, helplessness, weakness, and importance. So let's see, okay, one to actually fix this again is argonite and amber. In order to help with the orange part of this, you want to meditate with that. Carnelian, argonite, and amber are good for those. And let's see if I can find out the red. Okay, the red, let's see, jasper, carnelian, ruby, garnet, argonite again, bloodstone, and red calcite. And that'll help change the negative into a positive as far as that. So let's see, what did Marcy's still looking. All right.
I've kind of given up. There's like one certain one but I don't know where it is. So it's
All
just
right.
different moods, different energies.
So let's get into some of the other colors. Like I'm trying to get to the green because I'm really curious because Marcy was a very, very bright green. Now I've had red, I've had yellow, I've had many other colors. I haven't had it done in a long time, so it's really hard for me to tell. So now we're going to get into yellow. The meaning of the yellow, okay, is what we're talking about in the aura field. Let's see. It stands for the planet Mercury. It's an air element. And again, it's personal power, luck. Mercury brings intelligence, and the air element brings the communication. So the meaning of the yellow aura is power, creativity, charity, knowledge, openness, communication, health, fortune, good luck, and confidence. It's actually seen around a lot of musicians, thank you, teachers, writers, scientists,
Okay.
leaders, oh my God, today, and strategists. But dirty yellow aura, when the aura around is murky and muddy, it's a sign of fear, poor health, aimlessness, fatigue, narrow-mindedness, insecurity, and ignorance. Now, you want to, again, meditate with certain crystals that'll help you with this. Some of the crystals to help you with this particular color is citrine, tourmaline, ametrine, let's see, heliotrope, excuse me, danbarite, and pearls. Believe it or not, pearls can actually help with that. We're in the green, Marcy. Okay.
Do you want to bring down my green aura picture?
So Marcy on her private page, I'm stuck in my chair. In her private page, she has this beautiful green picture. So let me read this first so you know what it means.
And then I'll bring it down.
Okay, now green is the color of life, and that's why, again, it's associated with the heart chakra and the higher heart and the thymus chakra. Okay, it's actually associated with Athena, is responsible for harmony, joy, and abundance, while thymus enhances self-love and universal connection. The planet in this one is Venus, and the Earth, okay, is the elemental ruler of green. They're responsible for wisdom, grounding, awareness, guidance, and love. Now, the meaning of the green auras are prosperity, fertility, renewal, self-respect, balance, growth, and emotional intelligence. And again, it usually surrounds kind and generous people, including teachers, parents, older siblings, scholars, empaths, and psychics. Now, this is what happens if it was muddy, but it's not a muddy one on hers. Now, when it is actually muddy or murky or dark, it indicates revenge, envy, resentment, rage, or close-mindedness. That's what it represents. Now, in order to help with this, again, you can hold it, meditate with it, wear it as jewelry, any of these crystals we're talking about. Green crystals like peridot, jade, aventurine, malachite, emerald, and bloodstone are really, really good for something like this. Let's see if Marcy's got her picture.
Oh, I've had it.
Yeah.
So I took it out of the frame.
Okay. Do you see the green? And then on either side, we have like a yellowish and what I'd call like an orange. Right.
And
I call it yellow, and I'm seeing orange on the screen. So, and that's what we're talking about. But there is no pinches in her aura. So you don't see like dark lines going through the aura. And that would represent a hole or something that needs to be fixed. Now, I share these shows a lot of times with the paranormal field, and I'm going to explain to you why. Okay. A lot of individuals that do investigate or help people with haunted houses need this stuff balanced. They need to be safe. They need to be fixed. So you do need to know how to cleanse this, what it means, what it represents. And I do believe that you have to keep yourself safe
Oh,
and protected as far as your
I have
chakras and your other things. Yeah.
I have depossessed people. I have depossessed houses.
Yeah.
They do attachments. They're not in cemeteries. They are where people are alive. They're in
Oh, yeah.
hospitals. They're in energy fields where they feed off it,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden you'll feel drained, or things will come out of your mouth that aren't you, you know.
Exactly.
And
Things you
uh,
normally wouldn't say, like as your aura field's getting drained, somebody can actually drain your aura field as well.
vampires.
Right. So, is there a particular color you guys would like me to look up, or a color that you have seen according to this? Now, certain colors, like I said, there certain aspects of it, knowing the planet, knowing the color, knowing which chakra they're associated with, because when the aura field goes down, what's it gonna attack next? The chakra.
Well, and also when you do drugs and you do drinking,
Right.
these other entities are able to step in,
Exactly.
and things will come out, or arguments will happen, or
Mm,
when you're in a low energy, then they're able to step in also.
yep.
And it depends on the energy that goes on. I mean, I've I've seen so many things, and in fact, with my life, things have moved around,
Yeah.
things have appeared, things have disappeared.
Right.
You know, the keys that I told you about, I think those were my guides. I think that has to do with.
She calls them guides. I call them fays. Did you say crystals? Or the indigo colors? I missed it. Indigo. I don't think I talked about indigo yet, did I? Let's see. This
Well,
is
would be an amethyst,
pink.
be the indigo,
Hold on.
or purple.
Let's see. I've got pink. Hold on, let me look. Blue. Indigo. Here we go. Here's indigo for you, hon. Okay, the color indigo dominates wisdom, creativity. The color is psychological. It's associated with the planet of luck and fortune, which is Saturn, wisdom. Okay, from the water element, and intuition from the third eye chakra. Now, an indigo aura is usually obviously around psychics, clairvoyants, spiritual,
Like
mystics,
I have on mine, where I'm
powerful, right?
showing.
Powerful, artistic or perceived people. Indigo actually means intuition, creativity, magic, empathy, and spirit communication. Now, a dark or muddy negative aura, this is like very muted. You're going to have, it actually indicates fear, confusion, limbo, shock, social anxiety. Let's see, insecurity, mind washed, dishonesty, guilt, and vengefulness. Now, the crystals to work with for this one, okay? And again, meditate, keep them around your house, bring them with you. Again, labradorite, azurite, tanzanite, lapis lazuli, sodalite, and blue sapphire for those that can actually afford it.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be pricey.
Yeah, that's why I stick with the semi-precious gemstones. Not as pricey as real sapphire. So that would be indigo. Now, indigo is different from purple. Much different. Purple, let's see what the difference is. Now, purple, again, has to do with the Indo god Shiva. Let's see, which is depicted with a purple aura, also associated with the crown. And let's see, the planet is Neptune and the element is water. The crown chakra, of course, means enlightenment. Neptune brings psychic powers, and the water element represents the wisdom. A purple or violet aura, meaning intuition, knowledge, psychic powers, spiritual connection, honesty, and calmness. Now, a purple aura usually surrounds confident, powerful, geared, grateful, intellect, mystics, psychic people. Some of the examples would be actors, scientists, researchers, nurses, leaders, and
Alchemist.
musicians. Blah, blah, blah. So, if you have a murky or a like a murky or like a really dark purple, that would be betrayal, failure, anxiety, depression, hopelessness, detach, distrust, self-pity, stress, paranoia, Paranoia, they destroy you. Sorry, it's a song. Anyways, crystals to work with this. Okay. Keep them in the northwest corner of your house is another helpful hint with this one. Again, you're right. Amethyst, lepidolite, iolite, charite, purple fluorite, and sugarlite are the crystals for that one. So pretty interesting.
Susan, it's time for you to hit a tone
Okay.
or tones. I'm working with mermaids now. I was telling Susan I have like a new guide, Poseidon, and Poseidon does a lot of cleansing energy. As you raise your vibration, you get higher ones. So I'm also hearing the mermaids and the sirens. So I guess I'm dealing with a lot of water now. Like we
Yep.
were talking about the energies, the blues,
Yep.
all the sea salt, all that energy that's going on. I'm gonna hit a low one. I'm almost seeing like little spectacles when I do my tones in my room, like molecules, energies. How'd that one tell, Susan? You feel like you're in the zone.
I like listening to your tones. You know me. What about you guys out there?
You feeling different, lighter, releasing?
I have been, since we started doing this and we finally got in the groove of things, I have felt very calm and peaceful. Just like able to take time for myself and then able to do things um, for like the network or other people at the same time. So I've had that balance is, yeah, that would be the correct way. I'm
I
very
keep on
balanced.
forgetting to tell you one of the things Elohim says or was told me is we need to have that balance of work and play.
Yeah,
You know,
I
and
do. I
people
do
get
feel,
so wound
ooh,
up.
excuse me.
They're like, you can't see calmness in a boiling water.
Yes.
So you've got to step back, relax,
Here we
despite
go.
whatever stresses are going on.
So
Stay in that center.
Michelle says the first one was around her head, the second in her
Okay.
chest, and the third in her stomach.
Okay.
Aha. Aha.
I'm going to hit one more. That one was Poseidon.
I heard a almost like a foghorn from a distance, like from a boat. You know the foghorns
Well, if
they
you look at
shoot?
Poseidon to do with water,
Yeah.
healing, energies, power, purifications.
Yeah, and that's what I find the ocean very soothing. It's just the more I'm swimming, the more soothing I'm feeling. So, but definitely.
I had one of my channel drawings um, where it was an underwater
Nice.
guide. What?
Okay. So Linda felt that one in her throat.
Okay.
And I was picturing a scene literally with a boat in the distance as you were doing that. So that's pretty cool. It was like to me that's soothing. Even if it's foggy, that's very soothing. Let's see. Michelle also says I feel at home at the ocean, so she understands that. Yeah, because I grew up on the ocean with a private beach, so to me it's just home. Even if the sun don't like me no more, it's still home.
Well, yeah, I grew up in the Bay Area, so
Yeah,
I grew up
on
on
the
the
ocean
waters
as
over
well.
there.
That's probably why we always feel better with either the salt baths or why the regular salt doesn't work for me. It's sea salt that works better. I'm gonna try the Celtic salt next. Is what I want to do.
Yeah, and then if you get the crystal, I'm going to get the more crystalline, bigger ones
Yeah,
because it's almost like they're more pure and
yeah.
they've got more energies in them.
Oh,
Next,
Pisces love water is what Michelle says.
oh yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm a Gemini, so but I'm a June Gemini. There's June Geminis, May Geminis, and cusp Gemini. So
Well, you got to look at all
I'm
your
the June
rising,
cusp Gemini.
but your rising, your moon, your
Yeah,
energies on all that, and then
yeah,
that's all the elements that are going on.
exactly. Do you have any more suggestions for people with suggestions about how to help with their aura fields here?
The
Let's see.
staging, the chimes. I mean, I wish the chimes would go right now, but like I said, it'll help purify the house with the sound, with the chimes going on.
Yes.
Um, Water, the stones, put the stones together, have one in one hand, have one in the other, meditate the energies that are going on.
Yeah, a lot of people will say, well, I can't meditate. I can't meditate. If you are sitting there and you're just relaxing with either your crystals or the music, then yes. My rising sign is Aries. I'm a Gemini with an Aries rising. I know. I'm all over the chart. I'm everywhere.
I
So
am too.
yeah, it's just I'm all over the place because where, when, and all this stuff. I was born, so yeah, chimes are definitely a must. I have some in my living room, and there are certain bells. Like the old copper bells. There's a
Oh
certain
yeah.
bell, the old bell sounds. Those are amazing too to cleanse things. Yeah. It takes time. Start with guided meditation. Yes, it does.
Well,
I have. Yeah.
even when we fall asleep for 5 minutes, it's like we're either going into the dimensions or they're coming to us
Yes.
that are going through us. Um, it's I had to learn to sit in the stillness. It takes practice,
Yeah.
you know. But
To
then
to
once you do, it's like a meditative state. I mean, even before the radio, I was like getting tired. I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's like the diabetes or just getting into that state of mind because I've been now working 6:30 in the morning, and then I get off at 10, then I go play, and then I come here,
oh
you
wow.
know.
Yeah.
And then by that time now, it kind of winds me down. It's almost like I have to go to the casinos to get out all the overstimulation. So by the
Yeah.
time I go to work the next day, I'm like, I can sit in the chair because that's what I'm doing, you know.
All right, let me leave you guys with this weird thought before we end this show, and then Marcy can leave with her thought, my weird thought of the day. So I've had these really strange things happening to me lately. I feel like I'm in between two time zones.
You are.
There are cars that are backing up that are not there. There's people crossing the street that aren't there. And I will hesitate on the brakes because I'm seeing two things at the same time. So I
You're
do
going,
find that a little strange.
no, Susan, you're starting
Yeah.
to go through timelines. And,
Yes, that's
and
exactly what
it's,
it feels like.
and
I
it's like,
swear to God, there was a black car just backing up, so I stopped.
I just read about
Yeah,
how like the veils are lifting. It's not like our veils are lifting, our auras are lifting. So it's not like whatever is going on. It's like my first car wreck. There was it was like I didn't see the car coming.
right.
And my friend that's a shaman, it was like there's a mortuary right next door, and these Mexicans were yelling at me, and they go, "You're not in their dimension." So you're changing your dimensions and
Right.
your energies, or these stuck energies are showing up
Yeah.
that are going on.
It's just that I
And so
feel more relaxed and at
Yeah, you're
peace.
more relaxed, but then you're also opening up more and more time. Look,
Yeah.
like my friend Richard says, I go through 6 or 7 different timelines. All
Yeah.
you have to do is go to sleep for 5 minutes, and you're off. And
Oh,
you're
this
just,
is awake. This
oh, I
is
know, I
happening to
know,
me when I'm awake.
oh, I know. It happens to me a lot too. But
No.
that's what you're doing. You're getting more and more of those parallel universes
Right.
that are going on.
They're pushing.
It's like Bashar talks about how we're going 100,000 per second,
Right.
and it's like a slow movie. But then we're stopping at the whatever it is, but all these other movies are going at the same time. So
Exactly.
as we're getting more and more into these timelines, more and more things are happening.
Exactly. Any last words before we say goodnight to the masses?
I just got to do one more tone. I'm hoping he clears out all this stuff. But yeah, we're getting more and more aware. Whoa. Oh, we got one of those.
I will. Thank you very much. Linda said, have a great weekend. Don't forget to check out the Orion Effect on Sunday night. Mr. Odell is back, and it's going to be an awesome show. Stay tuned to the Rift Nation Network for everything. It's definitely the place to be, and keep a lookout on the Facebook page for the announcement of when the app is finally up and ready for you guys to get involved too. So it's going to be a really awesome thing. Peace, guys. Good night.